Roy and Bernita Rogers had really wanted to start a family. At first, though, their attempts to do so were met by heartache. On 3 separate occasions, Bernita had given birth prematurely and ultimately lost her babies. Perhaps, then, the couple had given up hope of ever becoming parents after those deaths. After a little black kitten had wandered into their lives, however, Roy and Bernita's luck began to change, and Bernita gave birth to a healthy baby girl. Then the new mom heard the family cat yowling through the baby monitor, and when she rushed to the scene, what she saw was devastating. The Rogers aren't alone in having had their children pass away, though, nor are they the only ones to have experienced premature births. Indeed, according to the Centers for Disease Control and Protection, approximately 10% of babies born in the U.S. in 2016 arrived before their respective due dates. Furthermore, there may be tragic consequences to a child arriving prematurely. In 2017, March of Dimes president Stacey D. Stewart told NBC News, preterm birth is the #1 cause of death among babies. And in a video posted to the Oprah Winfrey Network YouTube channel in 2018, a clearly distraught Bernita delves into the heartbreak that she felt after losing her children. "There's a hole in your heart that nothing quite fills," she explains. But, as it happens, a youngster of another kind was about to pad into their lives. Specifically, the Rogers came across a stray kitten that they would choose to welcome into their home. What's more, Midnight, as he would become known, appeared to bask in the couple's love and affection. In the YouTube video, Bernita describes the kitten fondly. "He was very affectionate, very cuddly, very demanding and wanting attention, wanting to be petted," she recalls. And the feline may very well have brought the family comfort in more ways than one. You see, the black cat appeared to bring Bernita and Roy some good luck. Less than 12 months after Midnight arrived on the scene, Bernita fell pregnant once more. And while, in May 1986, the baby was also born prematurely and weighed in at just 5 pounds, she was altogether healthy. Roy and Bernita would choose to name their child Stacey. Perhaps unsurprisingly, the couple were overjoyed at the new arrival. And in the YouTube video, Bernita is clearly emotional when recalling Stacey's birth. "I don't know that I can put into words how long we waited and how special that made her," the mother explains through tear-filled eyes. However, even if the Rogers finally had the child they had so longed for, they remained protective of the newborn. The new parents kept a close eye on their daughter and always kept a baby monitor near to her. Midnight lent a helping paw too. In fact, the family's feline was never far from Stacey's side. According to Bernita, he was a constant companion to the baby girl. Despite Roy, Bernita and Midnight's vigilance, though, the newborn suddenly became ill just 6 weeks after her birth, worried about Stacey. Then, Bernita wasted no time in taking her straight to the doctor. But her concerns appeared to fall on deaf ears. The medical professional reassured the new mother that little Stacey had simply been struck down with a common cold and that there was nothing to worry about. With that diagnosis, Bernita took Stacey home. There, the mother put Stacey down for a nap and headed downstairs to try to relax with her parents. However, this proved easier said than done, as a member of the family was seemingly doing his best to get Bernita's attention. That's right, the Rogers' affectionate cat just wouldn't leave Bernita alone. Midnight was relentless, in fact, continuously jumping on and off her lap. And even though the animal was usually demanding, his behavior was unlike any that Bernita had ever seen from him. Despite Midnight's persistence, though, Bernita simply ignored the pesky pet. And eventually, it would seem, the cat gave up and disappeared upstairs. Then, however, a blood-curdling moan came through the baby monitor. Completely terrified, Bernita ran to baby Stacy's room, and what she found was chilling. There, the mom discovered Midnight yowling into the baby monitor while leaning over the newborn's crib. Bernita then went to make sure that Stacy was okay. And at that moment, she may have realized what her beloved pet had apparently been trying to tell her all along. In the crib, the mom found her newborn desperately trying to breathe. Stacy had even turned blue. Something was most definitely not right. So, extremely concerned that she would lose the baby she has since described as a miracle, Bernita headed straight to a hospital. Once at the medical facility, the seriousness of little Stacy's predicament became clear. The newborn had a viral infection and had gone into respiratory failure. Ultimately, the baby's life was hanging in the balance, and if her mom hadn't got her to the hospital just in time, the outcome may have been tragic. Fortunately, though, doctors were able to resuscitate Stacy and essentially save her life. Later on, the Rogers would realize how lucky they'd been, not only because their baby was okay, but also that Midnight had been keeping a watchful eye on her in the first place. And, fortunately, 12 years on from the life-or-death situation, Stacy had grown into a healthy young girl. Perhaps unsurprisingly, she's close to her feline companion. In the YouTube video, Stacy explains, "Midnight is a good friend, and I love him dearly." As for the little black ball of fluff? Well, he didn't seem to be aware of how much of a hero he really is. In a 1997 interview with People, Stacy also said of the cat, "He likes to just lie in the sun. I think he could do that all day." He's certainly earned the rest, though, and Bernita and her husband will likely never forget what Midnight did for them.